Have you ever looked up at the sky and wondered, what's really above us? Is it just empty space, or could there be something more? In ancient times, people believed the heavens were held up by a great dome, the firmament. Today, NASA sends satellites and rockets far beyond our atmosphere into what we call space. But how do these two views fit together? What does the Bible really say about the firmament, and what does modern science reveal? Let's explore the heavens together, from Genesis to galaxies, and see how faith and science shape our view of the sky. The word firmament comes from the Hebrew word rakia, which means expanse or something spread out. In Genesis 1, verses 6 through 8, it says, "And God said, Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." So the firmament was created to separate the waters above from the waters below. The Bible describes it as the place where the sun, moon, and stars were set. In Genesis 1:14 through 17, "And God said, Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven, to give light upon the earth." Other passages describe it in vivid, poetic ways. Psalm 19:1 says, "The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork." In Ezekiel 1:22, the prophet writes of a vision of God's throne above, the likeness of a firmament, like the color of an awesome crystal, stretched out over their heads. To the ancient mind, the firmament was a solid expanse, like a dome, holding back the waters above. For centuries, many ancient cultures pictured the sky as a hard dome over a flat earth. In early Jewish and Christian thought, the firmament was like a ceiling separating the earthly realm from the heavenly waters. Medieval scholars pictured the earth at the center of the universe, surrounded by crystal spheres where stars were fixed. These ideas shaped navigation, calendars, and people's sense of their place in the cosmos. When people looked up, they saw a ceiling of stars, stable, predictable, and full of mystery. Fast forward to today. Modern science has transformed how we see the heavens. NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, has sent people and machines far above Earth's surface. What we now know is that the sky isn't a hard dome, but layers of gases we call the atmosphere. First is the troposphere, where we live and where weather happens. Above that is the stratosphere, home to the ozone layer. Then the mesosphere, the thermosphere, and finally the exosphere, where Earth's atmosphere fades into space. Above this thin blue blanket, there's the vast universe. Planets, stars, galaxies, stretching billions of light years. NASA's satellites, telescopes, and space missions explore these wonders. Rockets pierce through the atmosphere, proving there's no solid dome holding them back. Instead, the heavens are an ever-expanding frontier. So, how do these two perspectives fit together? In the Bible, the firmament separated the waters above and below, describing the sky as ancient people saw it. It was their way to express the mystery of the heavens in the language they understood. Today, we see the same sky with telescopes and satellites. Instead of a dome, we see a protective blanket of gases that makes life possible. Some people believe the firmament is purely symbolic, a poetic way to speak of God's order and majesty. Others see it as a literal structure, an idea that still sparks debate today. What's clear is that both the Bible's firmament and NASA's discoveries remind us that the heavens are vast, complex, and awe-inspiring. Why does the firmament matter today? For people of faith, the firmament points to the power and glory of the Creator, a reminder that we live under God's vast handiwork. For scientists, exploring the sky is a journey of discovery that expands our knowledge and inspires new questions. Whether we see the heavens through ancient words or modern telescopes, we find the same sense of wonder. The stars remind us how small we are, and yet how special our place is in this grand design. So, is the sky a solid dome or an endless expanse? The Bible's firmament tells us how people once pictured the world above, as a dome separating waters, holding stars and lights. NASA science shows us an atmosphere wrapped around a planet that orbits the sun in a vast universe. Both views invite us to look up with wonder. Maybe the greatest message of the firmament is not just what it is, but what it inspires: curiosity, faith, and respect for the heavens that declare the glory of something greater than ourselves. So next time you look up at the sky, remember, whether it's a dome or an ocean of stars, it calls us to lift our eyes higher.